Hello and welcome to another clan battle. In this one we are even more artillery focused. We have a fairly decent heavy tank coverage, not a full tier 10 team, but tier 9s perform fairly well for the most part. Let's speed it up a bit and get started. As usual, the other side charges over, and this one they have a really heavy IS-7 team with a minimum of 4 artilleries. And back to normal speed. Now I7s, they have quite a lot of speed, so they managed to get over to our side really quickly before a lot of our tanks managed to get in proper positions, and as such we have already lost 2 of our tier 10 tanks. Given their heavy presence towards our base though, our attack force at A2 is faring really well. And since they're standing where I just shot, instead of trying to go up, they are actually standing where they can't do anything except spot. Now the enemy team now have 5 unknowns, which is most likely all artillery, which would mean the same amount that we have. Now with rush tactics you can't really afford to rush and then suddenly stop being aggressive, especially with tanks like IS-7s, which their advantage is speed. The moment you stop using that advantage, you're just another heavy tank, and you can't compete with the heavy tanks in such a position. You need to use the speed to have an advantage with those tanks. Now, due to so many of the tanks being here, we have won the one line, and our heavy tanks are now rolling into their base. They have 2 mouses for defense though, but they are standing in a position where I can shoot them in their backs, so they haven't chosen a particular spot to defend from. One standing there might do okay, but you can't fit 2 mouses there, they're too big. And due to their close proximity, I am able to hit both of them at the same time. Now, due to the IS-7 standing still so long, and getting pummeled by arty one by one. Then by the time our heavies then decide to roll down off the hill, they've been weakened so much that they don't really stand much of a chance against the heavier heavy tanks. And at this point it's basically just mopping up the artillery that are still alive. I'd say we did fairly well in this battle, given that they have a more or less full team. As you can see, there were only one tier 9, which is a pattern, so that's also top tier in its tech tree or tech line. I don't want to use my shell on the GB Panther because it's not the most heavy hitting artillery, and I know there has to be a heavier hitting artillery around there somewhere. You don't field the full tier 10 team and then don't have high tier arties. Although at this point it doesn't seem as if they did. They had a lot of tier 10 heavies, but the artilleries were subpar, which is where I think our turning of the battle stems from. That our artillery performed really well, and especially given the much higher tiers of it, they would be doing a lot more damage to their tier 10s. And that's the end of the battle. I hope you have enjoyed this. I will be bringing you more videos shortly.